you. I don't ever say no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Oh well, the rules are it goes on, there's no cutting, so wow, that hurt my knees. There you go, you guys wanted bigger and amped up. I hope that was big enough for you. So this week we've got another really big guest coming on, Prado 150 out of here, who I think's like around 11k subs, so another really good sized channel coming on. We're going to be, I won't forget this time, I'll give an update on the Cape York tag-along trip. I've got it in the run sheet, so I won't forget it. As well as we're going to run through all the prizes that are up for grabs with the YouTube live fundraiser for Ronald McDonald House. We're going to be talking all things solar panel. Are they better on the roof or are they better as blankets? We're going to be talking new cars. Have they gone too far in their true advance and they're no longer four-wheel drives? So without any further ado, I'm out of breath. This is hard to do, those intros. I'm going to go get our special guest and we'll get into it. So see you in a second. Okay, and we're back. We're taking it away. You missed the intro, so it's a bit weird for everybody else. Now, I keep forgetting in my intros, I've got to introduce myself. People are saying I don't do it. So I'm Dylan Jones from Off Track. The channel is Off Track Podcast. It all falls under Off Track. So I'll have a logo up here if you're trying to search it, because apparently, yeah, this channel's a bit harder for people to find. So yeah, if you type in Off Track or Off Track Yarns or Off Track Pods, it should sort of come up. And look for that logo. But your turn, let's introduce the special guest.
Well, I'm Michael from Prado 150 out of here. I'm all the way up in Toowoomba, waiting for this bit of extra rain and wind to come, but it's not here yet. And I do forward driving, camping. I've got a cross-track caravan, and I've got two boys that have four-wheel drives, and we just love the outdoors, just love going camping.
Am I correct in saying your channels, are you sort of leaning more towards the four-wheel drive aspect?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I've got a Prado 150. I know that we'll probably start talking about other Prados later on in this segment, but yeah, absolutely loving it. And, you know, we do it on a bit of a budget. We don't go extreme, and we just, within our means, we just love it. Love getting out there. I like doing a few hard tracks. I love camping. The best part of a good track is when you get to the end and you've got an absolutely awesome camping place.
Yep. And how long have you been doing it for?
I've been doing YouTube for about 5 years now.
Yeah, I thought so, because I was pretty sure we started at the exact same time and you're smashing me.
I think we did.
Yeah.
But look,
because, yeah, I remember sort of seeing your videos, you, me, and there's a dude down at Rainbow Beach that started at the same time as us as well.
Yeah.
I forget his name. But yeah, we all sort of started at the same time, and then, yeah, you just took off. You're on, what, 11k subs now?
Yeah. I absolutely love it. If I could do this full-time, I suppose, like many YouTubers, I'd absolutely do it. But sometimes you've got to do other things to pay the bills, so unfortunately.
Yep. I'm full-time now, but I can't work, so that's why I'm full-time.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. Like, I was just talking to the caretaker who started a channel and then gave it up because he sort of sat there when it takes a year and a half to get monetized. And I said, mate, you can't be doing it to make money. It's not a business.
No, that's right. Yep.
It's a hobby that you enjoy putting out content and helping people.
And look,
and that's how it has to be.
And look, I'm sure this is for a lot of people. At the end of the day, I've got multiple videos of us just having fun as a family, and my kids can look back on those videos down the track and just go, wow, that's right, we were doing that stuff with Dad and we were having an amazing time.
Yep. Beautiful. That's what I love to hear. So let's get into the channel. First thing we're talking about is the Cape York tag-along. I told everyone I was going to talk about it last week and I didn't.
Yep.
So I'll have in the description of this video a link to a Google Excel, which literally will have day by day where we're going to be. It's all now booked in. And if anybody wants to join in, they can literally meet us at each camp spot. They can reach out through Instagram, and then you can come along for however much of the trip you want.
Sounds awesome,
all
mate.
of it, you can do part of it. So yeah, it's just something that everyone sort of knows. I'm very open with my time, and Ash isn't so much, so she's not a fan of it. But I will stuff her. So yeah, if you guys want to join in, that will now be in the description of this video as well as on the website. I'll have it there and some sort of information about it, so get along and view that.
Wow, it sounds awesome, mate.
This one, we're trying to do it quicker, aren't we? Because your camera cuts off at 29 minutes.
Yeah, 24 to go. You know, I found out, Dylan, it's something to do with the style of camera I've got, Canon. They all do it. And
yeah, because Adams did it as well, and he didn't know that there was a time that it did it, but it cut off and we had to refilm the whole thing again.
And there's nothing you can do about it. There's no settings. It's the way they make them. It's some kind of a tax thing, apparently, because it's not classed as a video camera. It's an SLR, apparently.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, I looked that up. So you can't change it. You go over to the camera and press the record button again.
Yep.
I've been caught out a couple
so next
times.
one will... Which is because it's a shame because they give you better footage, way better footage.
Yeah.
But as you said, yeah, it turning off is a real pain.
Now, just a sidestep, mate. I just want to say I've had a look at your website. It looks amazing, mate. You've done an awesome job there.
I can't take the credit for it. That's all high country detailing I've allowed him. It was my suggestion for him to put his little logo up in the corner because, yeah, he built it for this community and he deserves to have the promotion and all the... Yeah, it's literally... He took care of everything. All the money, all the designing. Took probably, I want to say, 2 weeks in total for it to be all finished off.
Yep.
And he did it all on top of his normal job. So,
wow,
big,
good on
big
him.
Thanks to him.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate.
So, yeah, thank you for bringing it up because it really gives me that opportunity to give it back to him.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. If anyone hasn't seen it, make sure they have a look.
So, www.offtrackhq.com.au. We'll go into the charity for last week. Do you have the total there of how much at the moment we're sitting on? So, we're filming on a Saturday, so again, I won't put up the YouTube money and the PayPal may get bigger, but it was a PB.
Mate, that's looking at $434.25. How good's that?
I know, that's huge. So the community dug massively deep. So let's go. Round of applause. I'll put that overlay over with the clapping.
Yeah, no, that's
that's huge.
Awesome,
PB.
mate.
And that's all these guys digging into their pocket to make that happen. And then what was really unbelievable, Marge actually talked on the episode that she got a biopsy done on her nose.
Yep.
And that's turned out to be a BCC, basal cell carcinoma.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, go get tested. She was so lucky she got tested early. Now she's got to go see a plastic surgeon, and the daunting bit with those are you don't die, but they have to generally cut you
and with those things,
badly.
I don't know about you, Dylan, but I've got fair skin, and it seems to be quite prominent with people with fair skin.
Yep. So what's interesting, I've actually got both. I'm majority Irish, Scottish, and English, but then I do have a bit of Indigenous in me.
Yep.
So I'm 1/8 Aboriginal, but it doesn't seem to help me at all.
Yeah. Okay.
So the next thing we're going to get into is the charity for next week. I'm going to do it a bit differently.
Yep.
You did throw up a charity, but I just went with how much the sponsors are putting in. It's probably fair that for the next couple of weeks until the live happens,
yeah, mate,
that we do Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah, definitely.
So instead of you guys donating, you can now buy tickets in the raffle. The big thing I want to point out is you don't have to attend the event to win the prizes. It is majority an online event. It's just an option that I put up. People want to come and join in. They can come down and join in and be part of it, have some fun.
Yep.
But yeah, so the charity for the next couple of weeks will be Ronald McDonald House.
How awesome is that?
100%. Yeah, 100% of those tickets sold will go to Ronald McDonald House. I'm not keeping any of it.
Yep.
All the expense of sending out the items is all on me. And me travelling down there and my camping, I'm funding that all myself. I want to give 100% of it to Ronald McDonald House.
Nice, mate, yep.
So do you want to run through how do they get tickets and how much are the tickets?
Okay, so there's QR codes in the bottom of the corners, is that right?
Yeah, so I'll have the whole rest of the video. I'll have a QR code in
Yep.
either the bottoms or the top for people to scan.
Now look at those prizes, mate. They're just absolutely unreal.
Yeah, so or they can go to Off Track HQ, buy tickets, or PayPal will also be set up to mirror. So what have I got? One ticket's $10.
Yep.
What's 3 tickets?
3 tickets, 25. You got 7 at Had to take my glasses off to read that one. 50. And
then 20
for
tickets
100.
for the 100.
How good's that?
Yep. So nice and cheap. That's what the big aim was, to still keep it cheap and affordable. And the prizes, I was gobsmacked. I said to you guys I was going to reach out to my sponsors. I didn't expect them to give this much. So please get around the sponsors, because it's unbelievable what they're giving.
Yeah.
Do you want to run through
Mate,
what
love
they've actually
to.
coughed up?
Yeah, so we've got hats. We've got air recliners.
Air refiners, yep.
Yep, car cleaning products for high country detailing. Beach to bush. Oh, sorry, beach to bush.
So beach, yep. So I'm still waiting to confirm. He's going to give away a fair few stuff. I'm waiting to confirm exactly what it's going to be.
Wow, yep. And then we've got a 400-watt solar blanket,
which is valued at $700.
Yeah, wow.
Is up. So somebody will win that. And then we get into Lifetime, who went nuts with the battery. So what are they giving away?
Mate, we got one times 100 amp hour trolling motor?
Yeah, trolling motor. So it still can be used for your car, caravan, but they do boat motors.
Yep.
Boat batteries, so they're fine to actually put on your boat. So they give one of them away at $460 value.
Yeah, wow. And then you've got 140 amp hour Bluetooth, is it? New?
Yep, Bluetooth battery, which is brand new, not on their website yet, so they're giving one of those away.
Yep.
$550 value.
Mate. Better get a ticket, mate, I reckon.
The next one?
Yeah, a 230 amp hour battery, is it? Yep.
So 200 amp hour.
Oh,
at
yes.
684.
Yep.
Then the 230
Yep.
at 810.
And then a 280 at 840. Worth
Yeah,
840.
Total $3,344
Wow.
worth of batteries.
Mate, that is awesome.
That one of you guys can win one of those batteries for $10.
Wow. And
That simple.
and raising money for a good charity.
And
at the same
raising,
time.
yeah, for Ronald McDonald House.
Yeah,
So yeah,
how
total
good's that?
around $4,600 worth of prizes.
Yeah.
So you guys, if you don't buy tickets, you have rocks in your
Yeah,
head, because it's not as
pretty
if
crazy.
I'm going to sell. Yeah, I'm not going to be selling 1 million tickets. It's going to be if I get to 1,000 or 2,000, I'm going to be stoked.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Yeah, no, I'll
your
definitely
chances of
get
winning-
a few tickets there just to donate.
Am I allowed to get tickets? Is that allowed? No, I won't be getting tickets.
No.
But and then to let people know, to keep it fair, I'm going to stick with the hat. I liked the hat last time, so I'll pull a name out of a hat and I'll pull a prize out of a hat.
Yeah.
And that person wins that prize.
Yeah, awesome, mate.
And then
So
each
good.
time, so if you buy like the 3 tickets or the 5 tickets or the 20 tickets, whatever it is, we'll put in that many of your name.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Wow.
So we'll roll on from that as that shoot up a bit of time. But yeah, I just wanted to really put it in there that, yeah, it's a massive thing that these companies are doing. And if it goes well, we'll keep them happening throughout the year. So it's on you guys to now make it a big event.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
that the companies want to keep putting this up for you guys to win.
Yeah, no, definitely. Get in there and get your tickets, guys. That's what
Yeah,
I
and
reckon.
support those companies as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, please get behind them. Precious Palomino, which is my hat sponsor, Lifetime, All Powers, Beach to Bush, High Country Detailing, and the air refiners who are the air refiners? They're 21 Captains.
Yep, wow. Yep.
Okay, let's get into jumping around the comments. What's your reading ability like?
Whoa, I'll give it a shot, mate.
Because I like to palm this off.
Good on you. Mate, are we looking at the firewood collecting?
Yeah, so the first one is Stu Calvin. is the
Yep,
first
got that,
one.
yep.
Yep. So if you just want to read out their channel name and then their comment.
Okay, so
And then we'll have a chat about it.
Stuart K. Kelvin. The problem with collecting firewood is that often standing deadfall is a perching area. Fallen deadwood can be a habitat for marsupials and reptiles.
Which I'm amazed. I'm really into wildlife, and I didn't even think about that.
That's right, yeah.
So this channel, I believe it's really good for us to actually bring stuff like that up to educate people.
Yeah. Because I
Where
think...
like throwing the green waste into the bush, it was something that I used to do and thought nothing of it, where, yeah, it actually smells and now I don't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a good one as well. Imagine how you'd feel if somebody came along, grabbed your house and chucked it into
Yeah,
a
that's
fire
it, mate.
to toast some marshmallows on.
Yeah, because I think the comments around the place is, well, if everyone picked up all the deadwood from under, on the ground, it would help with being a fire hazard. But you don't really look at the other side of it, do you? Like being a
No.
home for for the animals.
Yep. So yeah, that was a ripper comment. Next one.
Okay, so what do we got? Mika Mary. So he's talking about campfires. Regarding campfires, I live in WA. Find it odd watching people on the East Coast having fires through summer. No way could we do it over here. Way too dry and hot easterly winds all through summer. Just impossible. Even in winter, we rarely have a fire because to us, burning wood just to sit around and have a drink and look at it is a waste of time. Always a waste. Where there is more wood on the ground, there is more wildlife, which is part of the reason we love camping in the bush. A nice place in WA was opened up as a campsite about 5 years ago. Lots of trees and 10 bays for camping. Now it's just a big desolate area as everyone has cut the trees down for firewood, and you can get 30 vans there now, but no privacy.
So this was one I was going to put in Hot Topic.
Yep.
I had no idea that people cut down trees. Like,
Yeah.
you can't burn green trees. So if you're out there cutting down trees, all you can do is smoke the joint up. Green trees don't burn.
I know. Yeah, that's right.
Have you ever seen anybody do it?
Not really. I've seen people obviously going cutting up dead trees on the ground, but certainly I haven't seen anyone actually cutting down green trees, which is,
Because there was a couple of comments about people cutting down living trees to burn, which
I don't know
blew
how
my
they burn.
mind.
Yeah, like you said, how do they burn?
So again, yeah, guys, if you're cutting down green trees, it's not the right wood. You can't burn all trees, and not even all dead wood can burn the same. And particular types of wood burns better than others. So if you just go and pick up random sticks and stuff, it's not necessarily going to burn very good.
No, that's right. Yeah,
which is why taking in your own firewood generally is the best, because you're going to have a really nice fire.
But hey, Dylan, I don't know about you, mate, but I like a fire anytime. I'll sit around a fire quite happily, have a few beers, have a yarn with people.
Interesting. I'm the same as them. I'm actually not a very big fire person. I'm not a fan of all the smell that you get afterwards.
Yeah, okay.
If it's a nice still night, I love a fire because you can control the smoke. Everything's not going to stink.
Yep.
But I hate that coming back from camp and everything's just stinky. But I see why people love it. It seems mesmerising to look at a fire.
So, mate, if we ever go camping together, you're going to be over there and I'm going to be over here with my fire.
If you want to have a fire, I'll gladly sit around it.
Okay, all right. Just make sure the wind's not going your direction, eh?
Yep. Which is interesting. We should talk about it. This was originally going to be done face-to-face in person, but the cyclone got in the way.
We were, yes.
Where, in hindsight, we probably could have went ahead with it. It's turned out to be a bit of a storm in a teacup.
I had a funny feeling about that, but hey, better be safe than sorry.
Oh, 100%. As my Instagram post, I was telling people to leave, get in their vans and drive away, and they're probably sitting there going, lucky I didn't listen to Dylan.
Yeah.
Okay, next comment, a nice short one.
All right. So what do we got? Jack Sparrow, 8028. No to national park cancellation fees because people won't cancel at all. Yes to larger deposits to stop the multiple bookings and no-shows. Interesting, isn't it?
That's an interesting one. A deposit's not a bad idea, but do you lose... So I'm guessing the idea is you lose the deposit if you don't show up.
Possibly, yeah.
Versus if you do show up, you'd get your deposit back.
Mate, I got a bit of a story on that one. So yep. I had a favourable comment about the national parks, actually. I booked Girraween National Park down at the pyramids there, and it was for a Monday and a Tuesday, and on the Friday before I couldn't go, so I cancelled, and I had to do a little email to say that I just couldn't make it. Other things came up, and it took them a while, but they accepted that, and I got a refund. We're only talking about $30, but $30.
How long ago was that?
Probably about a month ago. Just under a month ago.
So you still have to email though.
That's right. You go into the system. You want to say you want to cancel, and then they get back to you, explain why, and they give you money back. Basically.
See, to me, that's still it's too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It should just be click a button, the money goes back in your account. If they want people to give up the spots, make it easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
But that was cool. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that.
It's a bit of a delayed thing, but they still do it. They still refund you.
Let's do the last comment at the bottom. How about I read it? I'll read this one out. I'll stop being lazy.
Sure, mate.
So, hybrid touring. I love the intro, so keep tapping into the creative side of your mind and enjoy making them. Thanks for your, man, I don't know what the hell that word is, perseverance,
Yep.
for highlighting some of the great YouTubers and for helping smaller channels grow. So you won't get to see my intro until next week. I actually stacked it. I tried to do some sort of a flip and just, nailed myself.
Sounds good, mate.
And then, the other stuff, honestly, that's not what the channel started off to be. The channel started off to just be Gogglebox for YouTube.
Yeah.
And through everybody else suggestions, it's turned into what it is, which is just a massive sharing space, and now getting on different YouTubers each week like yourself to promote your channel, and you guys give your opinion and sort of make YouTube really inclusive. I think
that's
sums
great,
it up
mate.
perfectly.
Yep.
So thank you for sharing that comment. I just thought that was a really beautiful thing to touch on.
Yep, no, that's great, mate.
Into the next segment, which is the hot topic. So we have two really good topics here. We'll do yours first. So we're talking about four-wheel drives. Have they gone too modern and too much technology for their own good? And I'm guessing we're sort of leaning in towards the Prado. What is it, Prado 250?
Yeah, look, everyone will have their own opinion, but these newer cars that are coming out, from my opinion, I've got the Prado 150. It's a 2015 model. It's got a few things on there a few electronics, but it certainly haven't gone overboard. I know the newer one, the 250, has heaps, even the 300 series. I just, in my mind, I just think, I do some remote travelling. You wouldn't want something to happen while you're out in the bush that's completely electronic based and you can't solve the problem. Yep. Whereas, if you've got these older cars, you can do a bit of bush mechanics most of the time, and you can limp your car to a place at least where you can get it fixed properly. But electronics, you can't do that, can you?
No. And what's frustrating, because of our government, you can't buy a car without that shit on it.
Yeah.
Because for them to get that safety rating, they now have to put all that stupid stuff on.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is what's causing the problem. So I think Lily and Jake had that emergency brake camera, got dirty, and it put their car into limp mode.
Yeah, and didn't they have a problem? They couldn't even push the accelerator to get going. Like it stopped that from working. I mean, that's pretty scary, I think.
Which, to me, I feel like they're our cars. We should have the freedom. If we want to have all that safety stuff, great. You should have the option to be able to buy it, but you should be able to buy a proper four-wheel drive that is still new, but doesn't have it.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And I mean, even...
and that was...
Sorry, go on, mate.
That was the 70 series was, for so long, it was that people sort of used to make fun of it, that it had no technology and it was really basic, but people bought it for that reason.
Well, you could probably
but
fix
now
them.
even they've got all the cameras.
Yeah.
And something I want to talk about, which one of the other YouTubers, I think it was that car guy dude that broke his new Prado by driving it too fast into the water.
Yep.
No, it was actually Auto Experts. Auto Experts showed that your Prado, in their sales ad, they had it going at that speed into water, and your Prado can handle going into water at fast speed.
I know how ironic. Yeah.
Yep, the new Toyota, they came out and said you can't do that anymore because of the battery.
Yeah. Which is
Toyota basically saying that car is no longer as capable as the old one.
No, well, I mean, we all go through water at some point, don't we?
Yep. So I'm guessing you're going to keep yours. You're not going to upgrade or downgrade, whatever way you look at it.
I'm not interested really. I'm really happy with mine, and I'll just keep using it. It's running fine, no issues at all.
Because didn't you test drive one? I swear I saw a video of you. You had your hands on one and was driving it.
Yeah, I did. I took one for a drive. Like, to drive it on the road, beautiful, comfortable, no issues. But I think when we talked about the electronics, I just think it's got to. I wouldn't trust it out in the middle of, the Simpson Desert. I just don't feel confident.
So I'm really interested to see Ronnie, because he keeps talking about he's still debating if he's taken the
which one is he
76. Taking? Yeah. If he takes it, I hope he shows if it does have problems.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Well, my problem is I'm assuming the Prado 100% he is planning on selling it.
Yeah, okay.
So I know Ronnie's normally pretty good, but I think there still has to be a level of bias so that he can move that Prado on. He doesn't plan on keeping that one forever.
What about you, mate? Going to buy a Prado?
God no. I am so happy with our 70. Like, I towed the Caravan for the first time by myself to go get some accessories fit on it.
Yeah.
And man, it tows well. Okay, it doesn't go 110.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't work hard. You don't feel it. And the feeling that you get when you're behind a 70 series, you've got to drive one to understand.
Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning and look at it, it just gets you a little bit excited each morning. And you turn that engine on with a V8, no DPF.
Yeah.
Nah. That cruiser will be staying. And I've said to Ash, my plan is run it into the ground, and when it runs into the ground, buy a new engine and swap the engine out.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Well, that's... Yeah,
okay, so...
Sorry, yeah, go on.
No, you go.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, my Prado doesn't have DPF either, which I'm very happy about.
Yep. Oh, how good is it not having a DPF?
Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Okay, so next one I want to touch on is solar blankets. We'll just do it quickly. What do you think is better, solar blankets or solar on the roof? So that can be on the roof of your canopy, on the roof of your car, on the roof of your Caravan, or taking a solar blanket.
Look, I think having a solar solar on your roof, it's already there. You don't have to set it up.
Yep.
And I've got a panel on the top of the Prado as well, and I run a fridge 24/7, and it's just great. I think I've pulled out the solar blanket a couple of times with the Caravan on a cloudy day. Just gives it a bit more boost, but it's just nice not having to pull it all out. It's already there. It's up on the roof, all ready to go. That's my personal opinion.
I seem to differ from everybody else. So you guys comment below. I keep forgetting to do
Are you
that.
a bit different, mate?
Comment below. Give your... I'm a big believer of... So I actually have, I think it's up to 1,200 watts of solar blankets.
Yeah, wow.
And I have 4 MPPTs, so I can run them all in because they're all different sizes.
Yeah.
But I sit there and look at it, and where we are currently in the Caravan park is a really good example. You don't always get to pick where you set up, and we were put under a tree. So the roof of the Caravan, the solar's doing nothing.
Mate, that's a good point.
Right, Yep, right next to us was sun. So I was able to then chuck out my solar blankets, boom, we're charged.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
The other thing that I massively believe in, I actually like parking under trees so that the Caravan's colder.
Yeah, yep.
Versus if you have... Lloyd was a big believer in this. He put on, I think, 1,200 watts of solar on his Caravan roof, and he would look for sun.
Yep.
But his Caravan would be hot
Stinking hot
as hell sitting in... Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus I have the freedom to, park in the shade, chuck out the solar blankets.
Yeah.
And blankets are also... The voltage, people might not know this. Your voltage on your blankets aren't 12 volt. They generally sit a lot higher.
Yeah.
So I've got a 600 watt blanket that's 52 volts. So your voltage drop is a lot better as well. So you can run long cables and not lose as much amps.
Yeah, yep.
But this is why I thought it would be interesting to talk about, because I know so many people don't have the same philosophy as me. And for me, I find it interesting, as I only see my point. And I know that mine takes a little while to set up, but yeah, I just love parking in shade.
But hey, the best option is if you got both.
Yep, it is. So yeah, you guys comment below, give us your thoughts. I'm really interested to see how this sort of goes.
Yeah, yep.
And I feel it's going to be a 90% push to on the roof.
Yep.
So something I want to chuck in there, the caretakers, while I was sort of setting up, came over and let me know of a product. There's now awnings you can buy. They're expensive, $6,000, but you pull out your awning and it's actually 3 flexible solar panels. 800 watts of solar all up.
What a great
6K.
idea. What an awesome idea.
Yep. So that way your roof's not being touched. You
Yeah.
can leave your roof alone and it's permanently there.
Yep.
When he told me, I'm like, man, that's really good. So I'm going to reach out to him to try and get sponsored.
Will you let me know how that goes, mate?
Yeah, you can get sponsored as well.
Okay.
You reckon they'll give us $6,000 worth of solar panels?
Yeah, mate, I'll have a go too.
So yeah, I will comment. I will have it below the brand. So if you guys want to check it out, I had no idea it existed, but yeah, that seems like a really cool idea.
Yeah. No, that is. I think it's a great idea. Probably a little bit expensive,
So
but depends on how much you're going to use it, I suppose.
Yep. So into Around the Tube.
All right.
So the first one, we'll leave the first one last, just in case they upload a video and I have to cut it out.
Yeah. Okay.
So, let's touch on the world according to Shannon. So I'll play his clips now for you guys, and then we'll have a chat about it.
Okay, so I needed to make this video as it's apparent that the Australian government are locking up our country. I've travelled around Australia with my family in a motorhome twice now since early 2021. We lived on the road full time for a couple of years. I also ride adventure motorcycles and I enjoy motorcycle camping with groups of friends, and I've done this most of my adult life. But what I've observed lately in Australia is that the New South Wales National Parks and all the national parks across the states of this country and the state forestry commissions have rapidly began locking out access to all these areas.
The last 4 years, nobody's been allowed to climb Mount Warning. We've tried to get straight answers as to why it can't be climbed, and the only answer we get relates to secret Indigenous men's business. And first they said that women couldn't climb it, then they said no, nobody can climb it. And shutting it has been damaging to local tourism because climbers and hikers and day trippers have been told to stay away.
So as you guys would have seen there, it's another channel which is really good, jumped onto the closing national park bandwagon. But the part that I was really interested in that I didn't get to see, 2GB, I think is the radio station, where now they started talking about it as well. So this feels like this topic is really starting to grow some legs, which is what I said. I want to keep it going so that more and more people talk about it. So I know my followers might get sick of hearing about it, but I just feel like we're making a real difference by keeping it in the spotlight. What did you think of his video?
Well, it certainly brings up a lot of interesting topics, doesn't it? Or interesting what's going on currently at the moment. Now, this is where they're closing parks and that. This is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, closing parks and like the fact that so the 2GB guy, he was sort of saying that he's tried to get answers from different Aboriginal communities, and none of them actually have a reason key point exactly why they're closing things. And he touched on Mount Warning, that the elders actually said that they want people to climb it and enjoy it, but other part of the Aboriginal community don't want it.
It's a sensitive kind of area, isn't it? Topic. For me, I don't get why they're closing parks and putting gates on things. I know that unfortunately there's a minority of people that don't do the right thing in these parks. They leave their rubbish around. They ruin the wildlife or the tracks, that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a hard one. Basically, it's a hard one. There's
got to be a better way than closing it, isn't there? And I understand Aboriginal, like they say, sacred places, but Mount Warning was an interesting one. They originally said they didn't want women to climb it because it was a sacred men's thing, and they only let men climb it, and now everybody's banned. So
I know that it's
makes sense of that one, and then
it doesn't make sense, does it?
I'm okay with the one that I'm okay with is Indian Head on Gari, because the Aboriginals were pushed off there at gunpoint and slaughtered on the rocks below. I understand that being closed because that's a place of sorrow for them. There was hundreds of Aboriginals killed there, and I understand that. Why should we climb? That's like saying, hey, we're going to have people climb over tombstones and stuff in our cemeteries. The cemeteries are sacred to us. We should probably have that. But I think something that I believe Mount Warning was walkabout. And I did originally say that I sort of thought it should close. Where now I'm going to backflip and say, no, I think it should be open just because it was sacred for them.
It just lost him.
We're meant to be one Australia. Why can't we all enjoy this sacred place? And they sort of talk about rock art being destroyed. I've never heard of anybody trying to wash off rock art.
We talked about technology, didn't we? How good is technology? Yeah.
Did I lose you? Was I talking to myself?
I said technology. We only just talked about technology, didn't we? How good it is.
So we'll be having two different conversations.
Yep, I was talking to myself and you were talking to yourself.
Yep. So I was sort of mentioning the rock art. Another thing they throw up is that the rock art gets destroyed, and I've never heard of anybody washing off rock art.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. I hope that this keeps getting bigger, and as a result, places stop closing, and hopefully we get some
I think
places
everything
to
we covered, I think
reopen.
there needs to be a balance, you know, like a reasonable balance, you know, both sides having what they having their say and coming to a compromise. I think that's what should be happening.
Yep. So the next channel I want to talk about, I actually really enjoyed this guy. Have a crack. I'll play his videos now,
Sure.
and we'll have a chat about it.
Secret that police are targeting four-wheel drives and defecting them for roadworthiness. But something that isn't as obvious is there's other organisations that are potentially going to cost you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, all because you modified your vehicle. A couple of months ago I released a video talking about modifications to your vehicle, what was legal, what wasn't, and I asked the question, are police targeting us four-wheel drivers? There's a $150,000 BMW coming down the road. You come out and you smash into this thing and both cars are a write-off. Air ambulance has to come, takes people to hospital, and police come, towies come to clean up the scene. It's a friggin' mess. This happens. This absolutely happens. Insurance assessor comes out and says, "What's that? You put a bull bar on your car. You didn't tell us. Your insurance is cancelled."
So there was 2 points there that he brought up. One, the fines, that he was mainly talking Melbourne, which is where he lives, that they seem to be going really heavy-handed, defecting and fining drivers. And he feels that it could be to pay off their $1 billion with a B dollar debt, or whatever the debt is in Melbourne.
Okay. Mate,
what do you think? Is that
I've
a
never
reason?
heard of it. I've never heard that. That's a reason for it.
Yeah, to me, I think, you know, for that to be true, the government would have to be telling a fair few people, hey, we need you to go out and get more fines.
Yeah.
And I think we would hear about it. Somebody would blow the whistle and say, hey, just letting you know the government's actually instructing us to fine people
Mate,
to make money.
I don't think that's how it works, eh? Not at all.
So, yeah, I think that one was a little bit left of field,
far-fetched.
but he's open to have his opinion. I put wild stuff out there, so I'm happy for him to have his opinion, and you guys should be happy for him as well. But, yeah, comment below. Let me know, do you think Melbourne's trying to make their money back by fining people?
Yep.
The other topic you brought up, which I was really, really interested in.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Was the insurance. And that if you don't tell your insurance company that you've added a bull bar, that they could void your insurance. And then you've got to pay for not only your car to be fixed, but you've got to pay for the other person's car to be fixed.
Look, I could be wrong, Dylan, but the way we're in Queensland anyway, and I'm only speaking for my insurance company, if your car's unroadworthy, they may look at that and go, well, your unroadworthiness may have caused that accident, we're not covering you.
Yep.
But I haven't heard of them in relation to a bull bar, like if it's something that's completely a defective bull bar maybe, but certainly a bull bar, maybe a bit of a lift in your vehicle that's legal. I don't think I haven't heard where they've denied your claim. Look at me, I had a kangaroo strike in the middle of Australia, and I've got a bull bar, and there was obviously no issues. Not that the bull bar had anything to do with the kangaroo strike, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I would agree, but he did bring up that when he tried to get insurance recently, they asked a lot more questions, which I can 100% confirm. When I just did insurance on Ash's Mazda, same thing, I got asked all those questions. So I wonder if the PDS has now changed with insurances.
Maybe. And every insurance company is different.
And they've put a little... Yeah, but I wonder if they are trying to find a little get-out-of-jail-free card, and if you don't let them know... that you're not covered. So it could be worthwhile for you guys to have a chat to your insurance company and just say, hey, just want to double check, am I covered, or do I have
think
to
that's
tell
the best
you
thing.
every mod that's... Yep, because guess what I'm going to be doing today?
Ring insurance company?
I'm going to ring my insurance... Yeah, I'm ringing my insurance
yeah,
company to double check because I don't want to be caught out. And it's just, for a 10-minute phone call, it's worth it.
That's right, yeah. And look, mine came up for renewal. Actually, funny that we're talking about it. Mine came up for renewal probably about a week ago. And they wanted to make sure that the damage that I did to my vehicle when I hit the kangaroo was all fixed up before they would actually take me on again.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I didn't have
That's
to
interesting.
send pictures or anything, but the question was asked, have you fixed up all those repairs? Which I said yes, of course, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll move on to the last channel. This is just, as I said, hopefully they haven't uploaded a video, but I think I've got here 23rd of January. So Overland Travellers seem to have just disappeared off the face of the planet. Their Instagram as well is pretty bare. They did put up a story yesterday, but it's of old content.
Wow.
And you guys comment below. I don't remember seeing... I watch their videos every week. I did have a Barney. Lloyd and I had a Barney with them.
You're causing trouble, Dylan.
They've actually have blocked my... We mentioned that we thought they were sponsored by Toyota and they didn't like it. So they've actually blocked me on Instagram. But
you're causing dramas everywhere, mate.
When we first came out, we weren't liked. Where now it's sort of come full circle and people don't mind us as much.
Yep.
But yeah, I just thought it was interesting, and I want to bring up, I don't know, to me, I feel a bit hurt that they didn't mention that they're not going to be uploading, because I've invested a lot of my time into them, and to me, time is something we're born with, and we're born with a limited amount, and it's the only commodity on this planet. You can't buy more time.
Yep.
So I feel as a YouTuber, if you're going to take a break, which I've done, you owe it to your subscriber base to say, hey, I'm going to take a break. This is the reasons why.
Oh, I think...
What's your feeling on it?
That's the right thing to do, and, probably an expectation. And certainly if I was going to take a break, I would let my subscribers know. But everyone to their own, I suppose. Everyone can do how they want to do things. And if someone wants to disappear and that's, take a break without telling anyone, that's completely their prerogative, I suppose. And if...
But yeah, I'm not attacking them. I hope they come back, because I generally really... They're two photographers and their content is really good. And I hope they're not gone. I hope they haven't packed up and had enough of YouTube.
I mean, there's many reasons why people take a break or stop doing YouTube. Maybe they don't want to share it. Who knows? We don't know.
Do you feel YouTube in 2025 has got a little bit harder to get subscribers, to get views?
Oh, look, definitely. Dylan, I don't know about you, but the hardest thing's grabbing a title and a thumbnail without it being... I'm not into clickbait, but my struggle, I can get a video together, but obviously getting people to see it is the hardest part, I think, anyway.
I don't know. I just felt end of last year and this year, it just seems like people are being more stingy with hitting the subscribe button, and I don't know if the algorithm changed a bit, but it just seems videos aren't getting as much traction for everybody.
Do you get sad when
last
you
year.
lose a subscriber? You know when it says you got -1 in a week or something? Do you get a bit sad?
So I mentioned on it last week, this channel went to -14, and then thank God last week it picked back up again and we're back in the positives. But yeah, you do sit there and go, is it worthwhile doing?
I go, why would someone want to unsubscribe? Because what's wrong with my channel?
Yeah, and to go to the effort, like I've never unsubscribed from anybody because I don't know how to do it and I can't be bothered figuring out. If I'm not interested, I just don't watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to have 14 people click off, which I'm assuming for this one it was because they were in it for the controversial stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
There just hasn't been any controversy.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. We'll never know, will we?
But yeah, that's something really good. It's something, good for you to bring up. So guys, maybe if you're thinking about unsubscribing from people, just remember you can easily not watch their channel and it won't show up anymore and it doesn't hurt their subscriber numbers.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm heavily for, don't worry about unsubscribing, just stop watching and you won't see them anymore. Or better yet, just keep watching them anyway.
Or just play it in the
Support
background and go and do something else. How about that?
them. Yep. Okay, so how are we going time-wise? You haven't had to restart
I have
your
already
camera
done
yet,
it.
have
Didn't even tell you.
Oh, man, that means it's not going as short as I thought.
We're about 35 minutes in, I think.
Okay. Oh, well, that's not too bad. So we're now into the algorithm takeover, which is all different now. It all plays in the background and we don't sort of talk about it. So I'll play those clips now for these guys and then we'll wrap
Sounds
it up.
good, mate.
Have you ever driven to the wrong hip cam? I don't know if it's just me, but when you travel, it almost seems like people are just, they give a shit. Like,
This time on Grouse 4x4, we take on Coffs Harbour, finding some stunning swimming and camp spots. We push our limits further and further every day, and this is just the beginning of our 10-day trip up the East Coast. Boom!
Standing underneath the rows of trees, I can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, a fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild underneath the rows of trees.
Mate?
Okay, so how was your first... I know you mentioned you were nervous and Mama G also mentioned she was nervous.
Yeah.
And same. So everyone sort of gets nervous about doing it where you really shouldn't, because the raw stuff-ups, it's all part of it.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, look, I think the most nervous part about it is, Dylan, is that I'm here and you're there, and I can't even see you. I'm not, that's just the way it works. And I suppose...
I have no idea what you're using for a microphone. I have no idea what you look like.
That's right. So that's... if you're sitting together, it's probably a bit less nervous, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But we'll have to do that another time.
I can't wait to do another one sitting. Mind you, I don't feel it's any less disengaging doing the two different cameras.
No, that's right, yeah. And this is probably the first time I've done this in this style. So, yeah.
Well, you're a natural.
It comes in with nerves, doesn't it? Naturally, it comes with nerves.
Because I'm assuming, if you make a mistake, you can sort of stop, redo it, reshoot it.
Normally, not today, but yeah, I would normally, yeah. I've probably had 4 goes at an intro, maybe, on my videos.
Yep. Well, this one, unfortunately, we make a mistake, she stays in.
Yeah, good on you.
But yeah, please, anybody that's watching, get along and follow you. Rip a channel, subscribe, or whatever side you're on. I pointed to my right, you may be on the left. So
over there.
I'll have a QR code that people can scan and go give you a watch.
Thanks, mate.
Please go and watch those other channels on Around the Tube. Comment on both of our channels. The comments really help. Buy some raffle tickets. Anything else we're missing? Follow us on Instagram.
No, but what's going on in your neck of the woods, mate? Is that any remnants of that cyclone?
It is getting very windy and I'm getting very nervous. I hope the fluffy thing on my microphone, they would have kept seeing my microphone spinning around in the wind. And my shirt looks like I'm wearing a parachute. It's all puffed up.
Yeah, okay, yep. Well,
so we've got wind, but no rain.
Mate, nothing's happening out here. There's no rain up in Toowoomba, so...
And I think even your wind, I sort of sent you a screenshot. You're only meant to get 24 kilometres an hour.
Yeah. So we're
I'm
looking
pretty
forward
sure
to getting
we're
the
sitting...
rain.
Have you not had any for a while?
Not for a little while. Our water tank's almost empty, so...
Yeah, it's the caravan park will do it. It is dusty, and I had no idea, but the dust blows in your bloody windows in your caravan.
Yeah, not much fun, is it?
No. So yeah, I'm hoping the rain comes as well. Probably not as much as Lismore's getting. They're unfortunately in for a tough time. So anybody in the Northern Rivers, I feel for you.
Yeah.
And hopefully it doesn't break their levee, because they've got, I think it's like a 6 metre levee 9 metres that it was getting close to breaking. Oh
wow, yeah, okay, yeah.
But this is all old news to these people watching, because they're watching on a Wednesday and we're filming on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there. Thanks, guys, for watching, and thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it.
No worries.
And I hope you enjoyed it.
All right, thanks, mate. Chat to you later.
Okay. See you later.
See
Bye.
ya.